This is the Toyota Yaris Cross. Is it worth your money? Let's find out. If the Corolla Cross is based on the compact Corolla platform, the Yaris Cross, as the name implies, is based on the subcompact Yaris platform. So it slots in between the Corolla Cross and the Toyota Raize in terms of size and also in terms of pricing. The prices I will reveal at the end of the video, but try to guess what they are. The Yaris Cross will come in 3 variants. This one right here is the mid-spec V. This one is the base model G. And there should also be a hybrid variant, but I haven't seen that one yet, so I'll only compare the G and the V. The Yaris Cross is based on Daihatsu's DNGB platform, which it shares with the Avanza, the Veloz, and also the 4th generation Yaris, which will be our 4th generation Vios when it's launched here. In terms of looks, I think it looks more like a smaller Corolla Cross than a bigger Toyota Raize, in the sense that the lines are softer, you don't get as many sharp lines, and it doesn't look as boxy. So on the outside, the top of the line and the base model look almost identical. The wheels are the most noticeable difference, but not that noticeable because while the V gets 18s and the G gets 17s, they have the same design. They both get disc brakes on all 4 corners. They both get these LED projector headlamps. So like the Corolla Cross, this gets this trapezoidal grille. It gets this aggressive looking chin down here, which gives the car a really sporty look. This gets power folding side mirrors with repeaters. It also gets a smart keyless entry system, so you don't have to get the key out of your pocket to lock or unlock the vehicle. You got a functional roof rack up here. Here at the back, it looks especially more like a Corolla Cross than a Toyota Raize. It looks a lot cleaner. You don't get as many sharp angles. You get LED tail lamps over here. You get a full diffuser down here. Thankfully, you don't get any full exhaust tips. Now, this top-spec model gets a power lift kit. Space here at the back is pretty decent. It looks like you have enough space for a couple of large luggage bags. You also have this removable tonneau cover. And if you need more space, you can fold the second row seats. The V gets puddle lamps on the side mirrors, while the G doesn't. The faux skid plate of the V is painted in silver, while on the G, it is unpainted flat black plastic. Now, aside from those and the wheels, they look the same from the outside. Now, I haven't seen the hybrid yet, but that one comes with a panoramic sunroof, which would make it one of the few Japanese crossovers that comes with a panoramic sunroof. So under the hood, we get a 1.5-liter engine that puts out 106 horsepower and 138 Newton meters of torque. Unlike the Toyota Raize, this is a 4-cylinder, so it should feel a lot smoother, especially at idle. It's coupled to a CVT transmission. Okay, so we're now inside the Toyota Yaris V. Now this looks a lot better than the interior of the Toyota Raize. It looks relatively premium, surprisingly for the price. And even more surprisingly, I think this looks better than the interior of the Corolla Cross G. And even the hybrid, I would say. You get a lot of different looking materials here. Like for the first time, I'm seeing some aluminum looking accents on an entry-level Toyota. I'm not sure if it's real aluminum, but it looks convincing enough. You have some piano black accents over here. You have leather on the dashboard. This is leather wrapped over here with blue stitching. This over here is leather wrapped. You have some ambient lighting on the door sidings. By the way, this is only available on the V and the higher variant. This over here is soft touch. This is leather wrapped. You got a leather-wrapped armrest. The seats are leather-wrapped. The driver's seat is power adjustable. It also gets adjustable height adjustment. It gets a leather-wrapped steering wheel with paddle shifters. It tilts and it also telescopes. You get a lot of buttons here because this surprisingly gets Toyota Safety Sense, which includes adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, autonomous emergency braking. The only thing missing here is blind spot warning. You also get a wireless phone charger over here. You got single zone climate control, and the buttons here feel more high quality than the ones that you find on the Toyota Raize. You got a digital instrument cluster. You got this, I believe, 9 or 10 inch screen, and it doesn't look aftermarket anymore. You don't have that hump at the back, and the bezel is quite thin, so it looks like a modern screen, although I would say not as good as the screens that you find on similarly priced Chinese brands. It's surprisingly very loaded for the price, and especially for a Toyota. Toyota is definitely stepping up their game. They know that this price bracket is very competitive, and they spec this car to compete in this price bracket. Now in terms of storage, you have the glove box is decently sized. It's not dampened, but at this price I'm not going to complain about that. You get 2 very deep cup holders over here, which might be a problem if you have shorter cups, but Toyota thought of that. And you have this shallower cup holder over here, which is also retractable. There's not much storage underneath the armrest, but you do get one 12-volt outlet over here. You have one USB-A port over here and one USB-C port. Your start stop button is over here, and you get single zone climate control. Yeah, overall a very impressive effort from Toyota, and I wouldn't be surprised if this sells very well. Let's check out the back seat. Yeah, so as expected, the seats here are also leather wrapped. You don't have ambient lighting here anymore, but you still have the gloss black accents over here. You do have 2 air vents. You have 2 air vents over here. You have a center armrest with 2 cup holders, and it's also leather wrapped and nicely padded. I have about 3 inches of headroom. Legroom is okay for the car size. There is a bit of a center tunnel, but it's not that high. The Yaris Cross G will sell for 1,199,000 pesos. The V will sell for 1,296,000, and the hybrid will sell for 1,598,000 pesos. I think between the G and the V stands out a bit more in that it's one of the more feature-packed, mainstream, non-Chinese crossovers for the money. It is 97,000 pesos more expensive than the G, but for that money, it comes with ADAS, leather seats with power adjustment, a 360 camera, and a power liftgate. I think the improvements in safety and convenience make that price difference worth it. It wasn't too long ago when Toyota was criticized for having underspecced and overpriced vehicles, especially compared to their Chinese competitors. But it seems like with every successive release, they're narrowing the gap. At this price, it beats similarly priced Chinese crossovers like the Geely Coolray and the MG ZST in that it has ADAS. Its 106 horsepower naturally aspirated engine offers a lot less power than its turbocharged Chinese competitors, and its interior, while really nice for an entry-level Toyota, is still way behind the likes of the Coolray and the MZoom. Overall, this is a much better effort than the Raize, and while this may not offer the most features, the most power, and the best interior in its price bracket, that Toyota badge is gonna account for something. And like most Toyotas, this will likely sell like pancakes.